You sure you're gonna be able to do this though? Your video right now looks about how it normally does, so that's a good.
I'm on 5G.
I know. It looks better than when you were at the shop.
I got that 5G connection right now. I should be good.
All right. I guess let's start the show.
Let's do it.
All right, fine. I'll be a gracious host. How you doing?
Little Mermaid is the scariest Disney movie by far, though.
Why the hell is Aceblade in your Kickstarter?
Some comics. I'm getting controversial today. We're gonna get controversial today with.
My proudest moment is this interview and being able to talk to you two.
All right, let's get into this because we only got a short amount of time because our guest is busy. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Tours Comics, in collaboration with Fourth Wall Production, proudly brings to you the Quicktales podcast. I'm your host, Kyrun Silva from Tours Comics. Across the way is the chocolate essayist of Aceblade, Danny J. Quick. And together we are your two award-winning blurred comic creators here to help you find your next favorite comic. We are live on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and a host of other programs. So if you are listening or watching us live, thank you for your support. But don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and review this podcast because all your positive reviews and interactions help us reach a bigger audience. Before we get into it, though, because I want to talk to you, Danny, and see what's going on with you. But I do want to say we lost a legend yesterday.
Yes,
the amazing Neal Adams, artist of some of the best artwork from the 70s, 80s, even 60s, I think. He passed away at the age of 80. So rest in power to the man.
Rest in power to Neal Adams, man. I was here setting up yesterday, and one of the other artists, he was the one who told us. He was like, man, Neal Adams passed away. And I was like, nah. Yeah. You always get that disbelief at first. But, I realized, I was like, yeah, he was getting up there. Last time I saw him, I want to say he was late 70s last time I saw him. Yeah. And I want to say he was 80 years old,
he was 80.
When he passed. And he was definitely a legend, man. Definitely a legend. He did a variant cover for the first Aceblade comic book.
That's right.
And it's wild to think that, but thankfully, his art lives on, and he did make an impact especially in our community. In the comic book community. So, my thoughts go out to his family.
Yep.
And it's just sad to see.
Yeah. Morning, Javon. I do have a great. I don't know if I ever told you my Neal Adams story, but since we don't have time today, I'm gonna have to hold on to that later. But I do have a very funny Neal Adams story about the time I met him, and it was at a convention a while ago. And next time we'll talk about it. Javon's in the chat said he met Neal Adams twice, treated me like he knew me forever. I've heard different stories about Neal. Sometimes he could be the nicest dude. Sometimes he could be a jerk. Overall, my understanding is that he was. What's up? Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, my understanding is that he could be an egotistical jerk at times. So, But enough about Neal, enough about sadness. We want to talk to you, Danny J. Quick. You are the guest today. And where the hell are you, by the way?
This is new. This is new to be the guest on my own show, I guess. That's new. But I'm out here. I'm always trying to work, man. I'm always working. So right now we're out at the beautiful Bowie State University at the Fine and Performing Arts Center. I can't get my camera to work right, so you can see it. But and we are doing HBCUcon today and tomorrow. So we're out here. It's a nice day, but we're inside and we're in the artist alley. Ren McKenzie is out here. Tony Hiddleston is out here. Wild Card Chronicles with Moana is out here. There's a bunch of folks out here who are great artists and who are pillars in the indie community, and it's great. It's just great.
So for any of us that aren't like, I know what HBCU stands for, but what does HBCU stand for, and what is the HBCUcon?
That's a good question, Kyrun. I believe HBCU stands for Historically Black College or University. Is that right?
There you go.
Okay. And
1 point for you.
1 point for me, because I definitely wasn't sure.
Bro, mail me your black card right now.
I know you know what an HBCU is, but
Yeah.
I just wasn't sure of the acronym. But in the education system, sometimes there's inequality everywhere in America, and sometimes you you have to do your own thing, kind of like what we're doing. So
Sure.
Historically Black colleges have been pillars in the Black community and in education and in networking and in building jobs and in community and infrastructure. And it's great to be at a place like this to celebrate comic books and our comic books that we create. So I love it.
Nice. All right, now is this an all weekend event?
Yes, we came up yesterday to get set up and get registered. They had a panel last night with the legendary Dennis Cowan about the art of storytelling, and Greg Burnham was on there, and it was amazing. It's great. And then today and tomorrow they're gonna have different panels and games and cosplay and things like that. So, and then tomorrow we'll be winding down. I think they're supposed to have some food out here, and we're just gonna have a good time and try to sell some comics and meet some other creators in our space.
All right. Well, I hope you have fun. I hope you sell a lot. I hope you get a better connection, because your connection right now is horrible. But
I'm trying my best, man. I'm trying.
I know. And I appreciate it, because this was not what we intended to do today. Again, we had a West Coast creator, and West Coast people, y'all killing me. We had a West Coast creator scheduled for today, and they backed out because this is too early for them. And I get it. It was too early for me. So I appreciate you stepping up and saying, I'm going to promote my book again. So what are we talking about today? I'm assuming it's Lumberjack we're talking about. We're talking about Lumberjack number 4, right? Coming up.
I have a new project that I'm working on. This is the first time I'm talking about it.
It's Night Skins, right? It's our collaboration of Night Skin.
No.
It's not Night Skin.
It's a new project that I'm working on. It's called Wizard's Destiny. It is it just hit me all of a sudden, early last week, and I was like, man, I just want to tell the tale of this young. I'm not going to give you too many details right now, because I'm still working on it. But the name just jumped out to me, and I just, I feel like I need to go with it. And totally original idea. I've never seen anything like it. But
okay.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
All right.
Yeah.
This is why I hate you. So what are we really here for?
No, you started this. This is your fault. But no, we're here to talk about Aceblade, man. We got Aceblade number 6 on Kickstarter right now. Aceblade 1 through 6 on Kickstarter. And
nice.
I found that doing campaigns for ongoing series, it comes with a bunch of hurdles that you wouldn't think about, man. Like, we have you know about this. You've been doing your doing Kickstarters for your comics for a while.
Yeah.
Do you find that it's harder with each issue to find new backers?
Yeah. It's definitely harder because, and I don't know if it's just the way people are, but you have to go to different avenues to find those backers. It feels like, and it is difficult, man.
I'm thinking that because and it's wild because, of course, the fans who want to buy the new issue are always going to back, right? So right now I think we're at 107 backers, and I want to say about half of them.
You're at 109 backers.
109 backers. Okay.
Yeah, you got a couple since we've been on the show so far. So I'm gonna attest that to you being on the show.
Me too. I'm glad we did this. I'm
You're at you got $4,451, so you're less than 1,000 to go, and you got 2 weeks to do that. So you got that.
Awesome. But I think it's the over half of the ones that pledged are returning. But of course, when you've already read the first 6 books, you know, you're not going to pledge $50 and $100 to get everything that comes with it. You're probably just going to get the newest book, right?
Yeah.
One of the big things about Kickstarter is that, you know, you can offer t-shirts and hats and like we have shoes now.
Well, don't just be like, we have shoes now. Let's look at these shoes. I hold on one second. We're gonna bring up these shoes because these are amazing. These are beautiful.
I appreciate it, man.
So these are shoes.
I found this artist on Fiverr, and I decided that, you know, I was just gonna give him a shot. You know, he was unproven. You know, no, I'm just playing.
I hate me. You know what? Because the amount of times that you do not tag me or mention that I drew it on every post that you put out there.
Listen, I'm trying my best, man. You know I'm trying. I'm trying. Listen.
All right.
Me and Kyrun. So this is what happened.
What happened
during the last book, Villain Season, I was thinking about, you know, having an additional. I already had 5 variant covers. I was like, man, I kind of want one more, you know. So I was like, hey, Kyrun, can we do a you know, an evil Aceblade look? And you know, Kyrun killed the art, and I was like, I'm gonna color it. And then I started coloring it, and I was like, I'm not gonna put this out. I'm just not gonna put this out for this issue because it was too late. It was too late in the campaign, and we were already funded by the time I colored it. And I was like, I'm gonna have to save it for something else. Maybe I'll do prints or whatever. And then when I got the opportunity to get some shoes made, I was like, I probably should have asked you first, but I was like, I'm sure Kyrun won't mind having his art on some shoes because that's better than having it on a comic book cover.
Yeah.
So they came out good, man. They look great, and we have you know, I ordered 2 pair, and one of them I already sold. I gave it. I actually delivered it to the backer who was here in Baltimore, who plays for him. So you know, it's pretty cool, man, to have more things like this to offer people.
I think it's cool because there's 7 people that actually backed at that level to get a shoe, which I'm one of those 7. So I guess, you know, I don't get a copy of my own or anything, but I don't get a comp, you know, as they say. But
I don't know if I can comp shoes. They're a little expensive to make. But
I understand, man. But no, these are cool, and I am excited to see it and to be able to say I have my own artwork on my shoes. Dope, dude. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, man, it's great, man, and I appreciate you. I appreciate you working on that art, man. It came out great, and I was sad that we couldn't use it for the last campaign. But you know me, I'm going I'm going to use the art for something.
Hey, I got you. So after HBCU, what else are you going to be doing to promote your Kickstarter?
Next week we are doing Free Comic Book Day. Next weekend, next Saturday is Free Comic Book Day, and we'll be at Acme Comics.
Where you going to be at? Acme.
We're going to be at Acme Comics in Greensboro. We're going to be out at Acme Comics in Greensboro, and you know, we're going to have a good time. And we would be doing it at our own studio, but you know, we just opened in April, so we couldn't organize any Free Comic Book Day stuff for us.
Kevin Chapman said Aceblade got shoes. Aceblade Plan B dropping soon. Wow.
Aceblade, we already got Plan B, but you know, we gotta.
No.
It's gotta go through testing.
The contraceptive, dude.
It's gotta go through testing, and we gotta get FDA approval. So once that comes through, Aceblade Plan B absolutely will be coming to a store near you.
And Javon wants his top 5 shoes. I didn't know there was a top 5 shoes, man.
I didn't either. We can make it happen though.
Oh,
we can make it happen. All right. We gotta get some 4-tail shoes. Now that I know how to do it, we can get some 4-tail shoes. We get some top 5 shoes, some Super Shorts podcast shoes, all of that. We're gonna make it happen.
All right. Since you brought it up, is there gonna be a Super Shorts podcast anytime soon?
Yes, we actually, because we have been trying to kind of elevate the podcast, we went out and we hired voice actors to do certain parts, and it's been written for 6 months now. So we're still working on it. We're trying to kind of elevate the podcast to be a really immersive experience because I honestly believe it's one of the best stories me and Morgan ever wrote, and it's just trying to do something new. And then being able to market it and try to figure out how to monetize it also, and that's all tough, man. You know all about that, trying to monetize a podcast and have different revenue streams.
I have not tried to monetize this podcast yet.
Man, we made $10 last year. What you talking about?
I know. That's just off of. I have no idea, but I have not actually physically tried. Huh?
That's big money, man. That's huge. Listen, the Super Shorts podcast. It took us the whole year to make $10 on because we use Anchor. You use Anchor also, right?
Yeah.
So we use Anchor. So it took us a whole year to get that, and it only took like 6 months with Super Short. So with Quicktales. So we're killing the game, bro.
All right, man. We're doing. Well, I know you have a little bit amount of time left over. So since you're not doing it, I figured I will do a quick takes for you.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
This is dangerous.
I know it is. And okay, wait. Before we go there, Javon said that Danny needs to talk up the 50th episode of Top 5 Live, which that's a great achievement for y'all. That you haven't killed each other yet.
Legit, it really is an achievement because I thought in those early episodes Morgan and Javon were going to fight. I'm the calm one of the group, so I never have problems getting along with people. But those two,
you the emotional one. You
Yeah,
look like you're about to cry almost every episode
I
because they
get
gang up on
emotional
you.
because my lists are so personal and passionate.
Right.
I'm always so deeply affected by the content that we bring. So I just try to. Sometimes I get in my feelings, but it's okay. I woosah and I let it go. What's going on, Brad? But yeah, the 50th episode, we're trying to do a live episode at the studio. So Javon is thinking about coming into the studio and getting Morgan and Javon face to face. I know I'm gonna have to sit in the middle because I just want to make sure that there's no physical altercations or anything like that. So if we can make it happen, we're gonna make it happen.
I didn't realize Javon was that close to y'all that he could be live in the studio with you.
He's not. He's thinking about flying in. So it would be great to do. And I just think it would be. We're gonna set up a whole event at the studio and do it live and have questions from the audience and interaction and stuff like that. So I think it'll be pretty cool. Just trying to do something. To bring all of our talents together and all the opportunities that we have.
So when you gonna fly out to Cali?
Huh?
When you when you flying out to Cali?
I'm coming out next week to see Dr. Strange. I'm coming out.
That's
Friday.
right, bruh. I sent that to like a group text, right? And I, it was late, and I saw it, and I was like, "Oh yeah, he coming. I'll come in." I'm like, "Wait, this Danny on the East Coast. He can't."
I'm not. I'm not coming out.
I got excited too. Like you saw my reply, I was like, "Oh yeah, he'll come with me." I was like, "Wait,
I figured you were tired. I'm sorry for making the joke at your expense, but man, my family's going with me. I'm worried because I don't want to answer a lot of questions in the theater, and my wife and my middle daughter especially, they ask a lot of questions during movies. So I'm worried about that, but I think it'll be fun.
All right, man. All right, well, I hope this is fun because we're going to do some quick takes and then we'll get you out so you can go finish setting up, all right?
Let's do it.
And now a word from our sponsor.
And now back to the show.
Quick takes. Quicktales? I like it.
What? Is that what that said? Hold on, wait. Did it?
Quicktales, yeah. Quick takes. I thought
Damn
you
it,
did it on
did.
purpose. I thought you did it on purpose. I really did.
Man. All right. Danny, Javon said you should not be watching any movie about a sorcerer. I don't know what that's about, but I'm assuming, yeah, you messed up.
Javon doesn't listen. As you know, when we do top 5, Javon doesn't listen. He hears what he wants to hear.
Okay.
All right, let's do it.
All right. Now, if you are new to the show, usually Danny does our quick takes, and what they are 5 rapid fire questions. Well, not really rapid fire, but they're questions, and Danny usually stalks the other person's social media. Now, Danny and I know each other pretty well, but I still stalked his social media. So these are going to be some questions about recent posts that you've had, and some not so recent. But let's go with it. So question one, you are a huge fan of the color purple, and not the movie, but just the actual color. But if for some reason there was a evil clone, a doppelganger of Aceblade, what color would that doppelganger wear?
Probably green. I hate the color green. I never told you this, but I hate the color green. The color green is so terrible. I don't know why anybody would ever wear that color or put it in their comics or their branding or anything like that. But no, but I think green just doesn't look great with purple all the time. So that's a natural clashing color for purple. But it works sometimes. Sometimes if you have a great artist who knows color theory and can design well, it'll work well together. So I think it would be an interesting story having a character be Aceblade's polar opposite, and then they come together.
For any of our podcast listeners that have never watched the live stream, our live stream set up to where I use the color green, Danny uses color purple for our images. So of course he's going to be a jerk and pick green. So that's fine. That's fine. That's the color you want.
I mean, you wanted me to be honest, so I'm just trying to be.
No,
you
did.
be honest.
You did. All right. Question 2. Since we were talking about shoes, and since everybody loves the new Aceblade shoes, that's available on Kickstarter now. Go to Kickstarter.com, search up Aceblade 6 Creamy, I think is what it's called.
Cream,
sure, creamed. Got creamed. I got it. Growing up, what is your favorite shoe?
Growing up, what is my favorite shoe? I'm a Reebok Classics guy. I would always buy. Actually, my first job was at a store called the Shoe Department, and I would sell shoes, but I would always buy a pair of fresh white Reebok Classics with the gummy bottom, the brown gummy bottom ones. And I always would have a pair of those anytime, in any phase of my life up until recently, because now they're $70 a piece. They used to be $40, and now they're 70 something. So growing up, it was always Reebok Classics for me.
Did you ever own one of those Shaq shoes?
Of course I did. Of
Okay.
course.
All right.
Shaq's are classics.
All right. Just wondering. All right. Question 3. Recently, you and your son did a post about unboxing of Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
So I want to know, which is your favorite Pokemon, and why is it Charizard? Because Charizard's the only right answer. So
Charizard is top 5 Pokemon, but he's definitely not number 1. My favorite Pokemon has always been Pikachu, and will always be Pikachu. In Smash Brothers, I play with Pikachu. I have Surfing Pikachu Pokemon card. I have I wear a lot of yellow, because of the Lakers. And Pikachu is just the cutest Pokemon, but if you cross him, he will mess you up. So Pikachu is dope, but then it's gonna be Squirtle, not Squirtle, I'm sorry, Wartortle, and Charizard might be around 4 or 5.
all right, so those are all wrong answers, so that's fine.
What? It's not. It can't be wrong.
No, they're wrong. They're actually wrong.
Terrible.
It's been scientifically proven that Charizard is the best Pokemon, but that's okay. We can go to question 4.
Science.
Question 4. I saw on a TikTok you recently did that you did some type of, I don't know what you want to call acting in a way, and you mentioned that you do not drink coffee. So, what is your favorite warm, hot drink to drink if you don't drink coffee?
I go with chai tea. Chai tea is delicious, and I don't even know. I mean, tea is naturally caffeinated, but it doesn't even matter if it was caffeinated or not, because chai tea is just delicious. No matter where you buy it from, you can get it from a Sheetz gas station, or you can get it from a Starbucks, or you can make it at home. It's still going to be delicious. It's always great, a good go-to.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Very good answer.
Ah.
All right. Still, your last question, your last answer for favorite Pokemon is still horrible though. But we'll skip over that. All right, question 5, and I'm glad Javon. Hopefully, Javon's still here. I saw him just post. But question 5, with you guys doing now 50 episodes of Top 5 Live, I want to know what are your. Oh wait, I gotta hold on. Let me top. All right, what are your top 5 favorite Top 5 Live episodes?
Oh man, that's tough right there. I think this week's episode is gonna be one of my favorite because we're doing top 5 breakup songs.
But you haven't done it yet. How are you gonna know it's gonna be a good episode?
It's gonna be, I know. Number 4 would be last week's episode. We did top 5 baby making musics, and everybody had a good list. Number 3, when we did Beyonce versus Janet Jackson versus Whitney Houston, that was great. We did top 5 action movies, and top 5 superheroes. Yeah. Right, or supervillains. The supervillains episode. Yeah, that was bad.
Okay, I don't remember the superhero episode, but all right.
Yeah, no, we did villains. We did supervillains. We did top 5 supervillains. That was the one.
All right. So that was pretty good. You did pretty good. Javon said that you should not have answered that. Are you trying to high five?
Oh, sorry.
All right. Javon said you should have answered that last question, but it's too late now. So whatever.
It's too late. It's done now. It's done.
All right. But today's quick takes are brought to us by Scrap from NPC Comics. You can actually check out their Kickstarter, which is live right now for issue 5. Just type in Scrap, SKRAP, in Kickstarter.
There we go.
Javon said you've given away all the milk. At least it's not your milkshakes. I don't know.
I didn't say which ones are on my list. So, I think it's gonna be a great show.
Javon's got another question of who would win in a fight between Aceblade and Lumberjack.
We've already determined Aceblade is the better fighter. Lumberjacks has superpowers though, like a whole gamut of superpowers. So Aceblade would win hand to hand, but you can't beat somebody who can make fire come down from heaven. Like it's not
possible. Is that what
it's just, Aceblade does not have Batman's $1 billion, research and development, corporate machine behind him to fabricate bat shark repellent. So he can only do so much. Sorry.
Wow. Okay. All right. We get into a whole other thing, and I know you run out of time, but where can everybody check out your stuff, your work, your Kickstarters, things like that?
Yes. If you want to check out Aceblade, go to fourthwallpros.com. Right now, if you want to see me, we are out at Bowie State University for HBCUcon at the Fine Arts and Performing Arts Center. If you see it up there, Fine and Performing Arts Center. And fourthwallpros.com, and on Kickstarter, look for Aceblade 1 through 6 Cream. We out there. HBCUcon. Let's go, baby.
All right. Okay, I think we done now.
That's the show. We done?
Yeah, you killed that.
I just try to do my job. I just try to do my part to make the show what the show is supposed to be.
All right. Well, I hope we're framing this, huh? Somebody screenshot that with him smiling goofy like that, please, and send that to me. Please, anybody in the chat, take a picture of that, send that to me so I can do some things in my Photoshop with that. All right, Danny. Well, thank you for being on the show. Join us, hopefully. Join us in 2 weeks where we actually have, oh God, who do we have next? I don't know. Give me a second. I'm going to look this up. Okay, 2 weeks. May 14th, join us. And we're going to have Marcel Dupree join the show. He's controversial, to say the least, but he does produce comics, a lot of them. So we're going to talk to him and see what's going on.
Awesome.
I didn't see. Look at this. You didn't throw me that, Kyrun. Where are you gonna find our stuff?
Yeah, it's different. It's different. Kyrun, where can people find you, man? Before we go, tell people where to find you.
You can find all my work at TaurusComics.com. You can check me out on Twitter or Instagram at TaurusComics. And again, if this is the first time checking out the Four Tales podcast, go back, listen to our previous episodes at fourtalespodcast.com. That is the number 4, TALES podcast.com. But again, until next time, sayonara, goodbye, and please take care of yourselves.
Music provided by my brother, Quicks Made It. Find him online in YouTube, Instagram, and SoundCloud.
I want to know what it is Quick is trying to say.